Of the show for today. The topic is the Department of Social Work, or the program of social work at Tennessee State University, and we have the director of social work at Tennessee State University, Professor VWilliams. Professor Williams, let's give you an opportunity to identify some of the programs dealing with social work at Tennessee State University that you think that our audience might be interested in, or at least familiar with, or might be able to give you greater support in reference to these particular programs. Let's do it from that perspective.
Well, the program has been very fortunate in that we have been sponsoring for many years the Center for Aging, which is an elder abuse institute that we have every year over at the Millennial Maxwell House, and we sponsor that conference or institute along with the Adult Protective Services unit within the Department of Human Services. So that's been a very good relationship over the many years. This will be our 18th institute coming up in May of this year. I was very fortunate in that I followed after Dr. Roderick Burton, who was the previous director. And I sort of inherited the fact that he received this allocation from the legislature to pay for this conference, or to sponsor this conference every year. And so the partnership between Adult Protective Services and the Department of Human Services has gone on for almost 18 years. So I was very pleased with that. We're also involved in other kinds of community efforts and programs outside of the university. We're involved with the National Association of Social Workers, for example. They put on a social work day in the Hill every year. And so our students are able to go on up to the Hill, to the Capitol, and to interact with politicians as well as attend hearings. And they have an opportunity to see how bills are legislated and to advocate in some ways for some of the legislative bills that are introduced, to have an opportunity to advocate for programs that we believe are in the best interest of our clients or the constituents that we serve.
Let me follow this up, make sure we get this in. What would you say is the status of the elderly, the aged in the state of Tennessee at this particular point? I mean,
well, I really think that there needs to be more commitment in the state to serve elders. The Adult Protective Services staff, for example, within the Department of Human Services could use additional staff because they provide a lot of services for persons over the age of 65. We do have, though, this coalition that's been formed that came out of the Elder Institute, Tennessee coalition of all the programs that provide services to the elderly, and now they're meeting. They come to every year at the conference. They come from all over the state and meet and address some of the issues that are facing the elderly in Tennessee. And so that's been a wonderful offshoot, so to speak, or a result of the Elder Conference, that we've been able to form this statewide coalition of agencies that serve the elders. I think since